car actually started getting a little bit of a reputation. I mean, it kind of, first of all, it's just a badass car. I mean, the baddest part, I got a great story for you. So one night after racing on Dodge all night, driving home, it's like 2 in the morning, you know, quiet, and I'm sitting there at idle at the stop at a red light, and this woman in a Jaguar, like a new Jag, rolls up next to me, right? I look at her because I'm, you know, it's 2 in the morning, I'm in race mode, and it comes up next to me, I'm ready to race, right? So she looks over at me, and her windows are down, and my windows are down. She sees me, she sees a car, and she has an electric window, just goes up. Won't have anything to do with this Trans Am next to me. I think she's a little intimidated. But at any rate, that was Friday and Saturday nights in Omaha during the summer. I was telling Dave I started losing 5.0 Mustangs. And that's when this engine came apart, and you could weld it to the main journal and put a 455 crank in there and 430 over, and put a nice TRW cam in there with forged pistons, and that's when I started beating 5.0 Mustangs again.
You've got a significant weight advantage.
Yeah. Yeah. I tried, when I moved to Chicago in 91, I brought this car and tried it for a semester, and it didn't work. I brought it back to Omaha, and I needed a reliable car that was still fun. So I bought from Omaha a used 88 Mustang 5.0 GT. It's a great car, red with gray interior. I drove that car a lot of miles. They were great cars. And they were durable too.
That's one of them we've been playing with, the green Blazer.
Oh wow, look at that color. Wow.
I like the trucks.
It was an old military Blazer that he used to.
I used to play with it all the time, drive it in the river.
Really?
Yeah. Everybody's like, "You're gonna restore that?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Wow.
So now it's frame off.
But it was
Restored. It's got an LS in it.
What do you call that color?
That's a Donnybrook green.
Yeah.
It's a 70, I think it's Chevelle color.
Yeah, it's a great color. Oh, beautiful. That's an exceptional color. Good choice.
Josh is the one that helped work on this extensively and was going back and forth with Butler and stuff. So
He seems like a really good troubleshooter.
he is very good troubleshooter.
That
Checked
car.
out our Pro Touring builds at all?
Say again?
All the LS swap Pro Touring builds.
You want to see a couple of those cars quick?
Yeah, let's do that real quick.
Yeah. Get you in one of those.
Oh man, I tell you, I'm always tempted.
Both of these have LS3s and stuff in them. Both of these are 525 LS3s.
This one's a 6-speed car, this mini tab. This is down in auto, coil over, tubular front suspension.
They must handle.
Yeah, they handle great.
I like that. I like the decal treatment on there too.
Thanks.
Is that a Restore a Muscle Car trademark deal, or is that?
Yeah, that's one of our new birds that we came out with. Back in the day, the only way we could do those with paint. But it's paint. It'd take 2 weeks to do a hood bird on a car. You know, now we can. It took us a while, but Ryan and Dylan and I kind of multiple versions and tried to figure out how we could do it. It's hard, but but we can basically, we're wrapping basically the hood. And that die cut material and stuff. So
It looks right on the car too.
427 LS3, and then we swap over all the intakes so we can make it look like it's carbureted, still run the shaker. This one's Detroit Speed four-link, GSE front suspension coilovers.
the all red leather interior, which in '73 you could have had, you know, some red interiors, but we did kind of a similar look with the black dash, black console and carpet, and then the red leather seats, door panels, with the perforation on the inserts, and then we did a red suede headliner in it.
Is this a customer car or a spec car? Or?
This is a spec car.
Yeah.
I've got guys overseas pretty interested in this car right
I'll
now.
bet.
So, and then these are our two-piece Rally 2 wheels. Those are 12-inch wide on the rear, 5.5-inch offset.
Wow.
Narrow 4.9-inch rear axle, 4-link.
So this car at 70 miles an hour, what kind of RPM is it doing?
This one would be right around 2100.
Nice.
Try to keep it a little lower, so I know this is going to do probably, if it sticks around, it'll go on the beamer run. So I know it's going to run a couple thousand miles on the interstate. So
Yeah. It looks good with those big meats on it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a fun look. This car we actually, if you look at the rear tail panel, it's got custom notch out for the exhaust.
Oh wow. Yeah, nice. What year is this one?
It's a 73.
Yeah.
So we tuck and tighten the rear bumper ever so slightly, and then paint the rear bumper just to match the body, and then it's got flush mount glass in it too.
Yeah, I see that.
So
This thing-
which is a pain, but
Yeah, it's gotta be. Yeah.
There's different ways to do it today.
yeah, there's better ways now. But
This thing going down the road, like if you're driving behind this thing's gotta look so incredible. It's actually looks exotic.
yeah,
It almost, from the back, there's something about it kind of reminds me of a Pantera or something.
yeah, yep,
I think it's the tail lights and the big rear tires, and
yeah,
it's actually exotic looking. It's kind of the best of both worlds,
yeah.
all in one package. Red and silver on black. Once you get used to a certain look, it just sticks with you.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
I could never. I like gold, but I could never go gold because that's just I grew up with silver red. You know, this is great. We're getting the shop tour. Normally, to get the shop tour, we have to sit and watch YouTube. Today, we did in person.
yeah.
This is great.
I mean, we can go for a drive in the car now if you
Okay.
want, and then
Okay.
come back, and then, you know, the body shop's right next door. We'll sweep through there quick, and then we'll go in the south shop and we can look at that white 70, and then you can meet Josh that worked on your car and stuff, and then we can talk to him about the blue car.
That sounds great.
Okay.
Super.
Are you ready, Jay?
I'm ready. Yep, that's what I want it to sound like. Nice. She idles nice.
Yeah, it does.
Clutch adjustment pretty good.
Yeah, it feels really good to me.
That's what's nice right there. Fifth gear.
Yes.
Wow.
It quiets it down. Now you can cruise. Still talk to your wife.
Amazing. I can't tell you how many times my dad did say the only thing this car needs is fifth gear.
Yeah.
And now it has it.
Yeah. Fifth gear is a huge change for these cars.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just right. Is that speedometer accurate, you think?
Josh usually double checks it. I'll have him make sure that it's exactly right.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, the ratio is just right. I mean, we're even 65, it's only 2,000 RPM, fifth gear. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Ride's nice.
It does.
Yeah.
Really nice. Yeah.
What kind of octane do we need in this engine? I mean, you know it's pump gas, but I still like to err on the side of caution, you know?
It's gonna be tuned for 91.
Okay.
But I like, you know, anything in that 91 to 93 range.
You guys have a VP Racing Fuels gas station in Lincoln, don't you?
Yes.
You ever go there?
Not very often. I mean, I'll have some brought in if I need it. So the flapper door is all vacuum. So there's no electronics in there. It just uses the vacuum of the motor that sucks it open.
Yeah.
So I'll show you this. So it's set.
Light on, brake on.
So it's, yep.
Do you need to have the engine running in order to operate that, or even
Nope,
if it's
just
okay?
the key on.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. I like how sanitary
So
it is. You don't even see it.
It's on.
How was it?
Words don't describe how good it is. So good.
I think it's a little better than good.
Sounds good going down the road, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
It does. It's what I always wanted the car to be.
It's kind of crazy how when you go from fourth to fifth, how the sound completely changes on that exhaust.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's got definitely a lot more racy sound, through the first 4 gears.
For years, Dad and I said, what this car needs is a fifth gear. And now it's got a fifth gear, and you put it in fifth, and it's a car again.
Yeah.
First through fourth, it's an animal.
Yeah.
Fifth gear, it's a car.
When you bought this car, it was brand new?
We bought it in '87
Okay.
and had like 12,000 miles on it.
So it was one owner car?
It was one owner car.
Yeah.
So it was a guy by the name of Gaynor, and he was the banker in Iowa. And he purposefully ordered this car so he, his son, and his brother could take it on basically Iowa's version of the Cannonball Run in 1979.
Oh, sure.
So it was a low-spec car with just performance options, you know. And so he drove it in that rally across Iowa, and they drove it again in '80. And then after that, he just drove it sporadically. A divorce sale happened in 1987, and he had 4 cars for sale. This, a LeBaron, 82 LeBaron convertible, a Riviera convertible, and a GMC Jimmy. So what my dad did is he made a lowball offer on all 4 cars.
Yep.
They accepted because they needed to get them out.
Yeah.
We sold GMC Jimmy and the Buick Riviera. The amount we sold those for paid for the '79 Trans Am that went to me and the '82 Chrysler LeBaron that went to my sister.
Wow.
So these 2 cars were free.
Oh, wow. Can't beat that.
Can't beat that. So I drove it from '87 until '92.
Wow.
And then it got stored from '92 until 2005. Sold it to Doug down in Oklahoma.
Yep.
Bought it back from him a few years ago with only a couple thousand miles that he put on it.
Yeah.
So I've known the car since '87, and before that it's just a one-owner car.
Yeah. Yeah, so we've had it here, has it been 2 years?
Already, I think so.
Yeah. And so today was the first time you saw it in
Since
20 years?
last time I saw it was
That would be-
September of 2005, and I sold it in December of 2005. And so it'll be 20 years this September, the last time my eyes were on it. Wow. Yeah. She's never seen it. I didn't meet her until June of 2006. Or in April of 2006. So it's a special car, a lot of memories.
Oh, yeah.
I started driving this car when I was 18 years old. And like I said earlier, it's amazing both the car and I survived a lot of the stuff we used to do with this car.
Yep. Oh, yeah. I remember back in the day.
When I drove this car, it never got driven in the winter, right? And it just got driven, warm days.
Yeah.
Never in the snow or anything like that. My driver was a 75 Chevy Caprice Classic that was so rusted the panels were falling off. So my driver was a 75. Your driver was a 75.
Yeah.
Same deal.
Oh, yeah.
So we could keep the Trans Ams
Yep.
off of the snow and salt. Next time we come to town, we got to go see her.
Oh, yeah, I want
Love
to take
see
you over
that
and
car.
show you some of the other stuff when you guys have time.
Well, after we tour your personal garage, then we'll have a beer, and then I want to hear some
Yeah, that
of those
works.
stories.
You betcha. We can definitely do that.
Awesome.
Well, we'll go through the body shop quick, and then we'll go in the south shop and take
Okay.
a peek
Super.
and stuff if that
Super.
works for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
yeah.
you.